Hello and welcome to the LinkedIn Couch. My name is Reg Sorrell and
I'm Jo Saunders.
And today we are sitting on the couch chatting about LinkedIn, but we're going to be talking about how to use LinkedIn to bring people together, Jo.
Together.
How do we bring people together?
To have a hug in real life.
Like a collective hug.
You can't beat a hug. Really, you can't.
No, but you can use LinkedIn to bring people together. I know we're being a little bit facetious there, but this is possible, isn't it, Jo?
And it's ideal because LinkedIn is a great tool to maintain relationships with people, but in between seeing them, it's a great tool to get found and meet new people. But what you actually want to do is kind of get together in person. Like, we're talking about obviously the same location where it's possible. And there is a bit of a movement that's started last year in 2017. Middle of the year.
Does it have a hashtag?
Hashtag LinkedIn Local. So this movement was started in Coffs Harbour by a lady called Anna McAfee, who wasn't a LinkedIn expert at the time, but she's built her brand such that she now teaches people how to use LinkedIn. But the movement itself is essentially about bringing your LinkedIn network together in person. Yes, I'm actually one of the Perth event hosts, and along with Reg, one of my what's the word for you?
Lackeys?
Lackeys? I was thinking of nicer. I was thinking like,
Contributor.
Yeah, one of my posse, one of my supporters, one of my, part of the team. Along with another lady, Jo Harper, who's, one of the hosts as well. So the event is about meeting your connections in person. So meeting people you're already connected to, meeting people that are connections of connections. Because generally, you'll find that you're going to, particularly in Perth, you've got someone in common, and you might find that in wherever you're.
2 or 3 degrees of separation, isn't it?
Oh.
Who needs Kevin Bacon?
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Yes, I was watching a movie with Kevin Bacon last night, actually.
Really?
Interestingly, yes.
Bacon.
Yes. Yeah, bacon. Yeah, I'm thinking Kevin Bacon. Yeah.
I'm thinking sandwich. Okay, so you're using LinkedIn as that common denominator to try and get people in the room.
Yeah.
So how else are you using LinkedIn to sort of facilitate this event?
Well, in terms of this particular event, LinkedIn Local, so we run it every. Yeah, shush, clapperboard. The event's about bringing people together. Now, the way we market the event, we actually don't market the event.
Oh, really?
No, because we use LinkedIn as a vehicle to communicate that the event's coming up, because it's about bringing your LinkedIn network together, not your Facebook network, not your Twitter network, and not your email network. Now, that said, we do have an email list because the people who've been to previous events, they get early advance notice as VIPs. So I let them know that the event's coming up, but then outside of that, it's just posting on LinkedIn so people in my network will see it. But the trick around how to build the exposure is, and we probably mentioned this in a previous episode, about tagging people. About for instance, I'll tag Jo as the co-host, I'll tag Reg as my video partner, I'll tag the venue host, I'll tag our sponsors like Cherry's Catering, I'll tag them. I might tag previous guests if I want to bring them into the conversation. And what I'm doing by doing that is, if I'm inviting you into the conversation, so if I tag Reg, you can then comment on that, exposing the event to your network, which is all about in the spirit of the event. If I tag one of the ladies, Deb from Cherry's Catering, then I'm inviting her into the conversation to comment and let her network know inadvertently because of how LinkedIn works. So it's about the power of the network. Indeed.
And just to cover a couple of things we have mentioned in previous episodes, but you have cleverly, I may say, used the LinkedIn app as well at the events, haven't you? To try and, again, show people that there is more to the app than just, checking out your connections and your news feed.
Yeah.
There's the QR codes. There's another function that we'll talk about as well, the recording function, and what was the other one?
Nearby.
Nearby as well. I thought that was quite good, actually.
You okay? You approve of that
I'm okay with Nearby. I approve of that one. LinkedIn.
Yes.
Well done.
And the other thing to raise awareness and build exposure is the hashtag. Now, I mentioned hashtag LinkedIn Local. That's the global movement hashtag. But locally, we use the hashtag LinkedIn Local Perth, because what that does is it indexes that particular content. And you can now follow hashtags. So if you search for hashtag LinkedIn Local Perth, you can follow it, which means any of your connections talking about that content will drop into your newsfeed. So that's a newish feature to LinkedIn. So that makes it quite easy to promote your event using a hashtag.
Okay, I didn't know that one.
There you go.
I'm learning something. Every time I do an episode, I'm learning something new. It's great.
Well, LinkedIn changes so much all the time, and I mean, hashtags have always had a place for content, but then they added the functionality, and now they've taken it up a notch by allowing you to follow. Just like with Instagram, you can follow hashtags, which is great.
Right.
Facebook, no, don't think you can.
No.
But LinkedIn, yes.
Okay, so this is, we haven't chatted about this, but if you're watching this video and you can answer the following question, please write it in the comment section, or you can, get in contact with me directly, but let me know.
Not a postcard then.
No postcards. It's in the back of a postcard. As we know now, hashtags actually are quite relevant, especially on your phone. But back in the day when you had those little ring dial phones, what were the hashtags for? You had a hashtag and a star. What were they for?
Oh yeah.
Apart from the beep. But anyway,
Well,
I digress. But you can put in the comments why, if you know the reason, let me know why they're on the
That's
phone.
Mr. Bell.
Mr. Alexander Graham Bell. Yes. Okay.
Was that the question?
I will get the answer. Don't you worry.
Is that the actual question though?
That's the question.
Oh, that's the question.
Yeah, I want to know.
I thought it was
I seriously want to know.
LinkedIn.
Is it just to do with the telephone system, where it's a different tone to get you through different questions? To press this button to get here, beep or boop.
I reckon, I'm making this up completely. Do you know when you leave a voicemail for somebody and people will say, and press hash at the end?
Yeah, why?
I reckon that was left over from, I reckon the function is, once you hit hash, it kind of ends a function of...
Just like hanging up.
Maybe, but maybe there's like a way to get back to the switch, this operator.
So you can hang up without actually hanging up.
Yeah, I reckon that's it.
It's like you get to hang up twice. You get to hang up and then you go hang up.
Clearly I've just made it up, and now Reg is having fun with that. So if you actually do know the question,
We're
we could
digressing.
Google it, but
That's no
Or
fun.
you can Google it, but if you actually know something or have a really clever answer, feel free
Please
to
let me know.
jump in.
Thank you for watching. I think we've summed it up. So the topic, just to very briefly give it one broad brushstroke, it was using LinkedIn to bring people together, wasn't it?
That's right, and LinkedIn Local is one way. But think about for what you do, maybe you could use LinkedIn as a vehicle to bring people together in your own network for whatever reason. But if you've never been to a LinkedIn Local, if you're in Perth, come to our event. We've got them all the time. Check out your location. There are now, I think it's over 400 cities around the world are hosting LinkedIn Local events. So Anna's gone from this tiny event in Coffs Harbour last year to 400 around the world.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
That's a huge movement, so it's worth them. And that's the power of LinkedIn. That movement came from LinkedIn, and the 3 or 4 organisers now are global. They all met on LinkedIn.
Excellent, excellent. There you go, content worth watching. So I would implore you to hit the subscribe button. So there's a little LinkedIn cushion somewhere on the screen, usually bottom right if you're looking at it. Click on that, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You get all the notifications when we upload new videos. Joe, thank you for your time.
Yeah, see you on LinkedIn Local. I'll see you in the next episode.
Yep, see you then.